yourself, what is tipsy? Well, let me tell you all about it. You guys are going to love this app. Since discovering it, I literally can't get enough. And you're going to be the same way. So Tipsy is an audio app that is filled with many sexy stories. And even if you're just looking to wind down at the end of the night, you kind of just want to let loose a bit, you need something to help you get there. Tipsy has different wellness sessions, sensual bedtime stories, and soundscapes to help you unwind and relax after a long day. For me, with being in a long-term relationship, sometimes things can get a little bit dry and I can start getting in my head about it. And with Tipsy and its stories, it's allowed me to come up with some new ideas from listening to these really spicy stories and given me some inspo. And it's also helped me become more sex positive and just more comfortable with my sexuality. And with Tipsy, they are coming out with new content weekly, so you're always going to have something new and exciting to listen to. I've been currently binging the Ride or Die series. I'm on, I think, episode 3, and I can't wait, honest to God, I cannot wait till I'm done filming so I can start episode 4. So for listeners of the show, Tipsy is offering an extended 30-day free trial. When you go to tipsystories.com/RageASMR, that's 30 days of full access for free when you go to tipsystories.com/RageASMR. That's tipsystories.com/RageASMR. Thank you again so much, Tipsy, for sponsoring tonight's video. I really do appreciate it. Alright, so a couple weeks ago, I asked you guys to send me in your questions, and I'm doing another Q&A style video, but much more personal questions I will be answering over on Patreon. Literally, no question will go unanswered. Doesn't matter how personal it is. So, if you are interested in that video and the other over 100 ASMR videos that I have posted on my Patreon, which are just exclusive to Patreon, they've never been seen on my YouTube channel, totally separate from my YouTube channel, in ASMR form, of course, then check out the link down below to sign up for my Patreon. I'd love to have you a part of the family, and it really helps to support this channel when you do so. It allows me to be more consistent with filming on YouTube as well. Alright, so about 2 weeks ago, I wrote a post over on my community tab. So I would suggest you pay attention to my community tab if you want to participate in like these kind of videos. I post stuff over there when I'm going to do, like Q&As or assumptions videos, stuff like that. Speaking of, I've never done an assumptions video, and one is coming soon. So I wrote, okay, ladies and gents, let's get some hard to ask questions you may have about anything under the sun, relationships, mental health. So I said that you would remain anonymous, so I'm not going to say who asked the question. And they're pretty much just questions that, you smelling good, looking good, and please, your boyfriend's going to be drooling over you. Do not worry about that. I know it's easier said than done. Trust me. I have insecurities too. They might look different than your insecurities, but I do have my own. Just know that you are absolutely beautiful, and your boyfriend is with you for a reason, and he finds you attractive, and I hope that helped. I really, really do, because you deserve to feel as beautiful as you are, and you are beautiful. The next question, it has a lot of likes, which makes me feel good that other people feel this way. Not good, but I know, how you just feel better when, like, people can relate, I can't relate to all of this, but I can relate to some of it. The person said, I'm 19 and I've never liked anyone or wanted to be in a relationship. Is that normal? I've been attracted to people, but the thought of kissing someone or going on dates repulses me, even though I love romance books and movies. Yes, 94 people liked this question, so 94 other people have felt this way, and that's totally okay. There's nothing wrong with you. I went through a stage, and I'm still not 100% over it. I've been working on it, and I even mentioned it. I talked to a counselor because it's good for my mental health to just speak to somebody that's not connected to, like, my life, right? And I actually told my counselor about it. I have had some traumas when it comes to relationships and even being physical, unfortunately, and I think a lot of people have, and not to say that you do. I'm not, assuming anything, but a lot of times it stems from something, and I went through a period where I did not want to touch anybody else. I didn't want to look, I didn't even want to, like, think about that, but I still enjoyed watching things like romance and, like, yearned for that, but when it came time to do it, I didn't want to do it. And I realized for myself it was because there was, like, underlying stuff going on that I needed to heal from, that I went through. And say what they would and should and could do until it happens to them, right? So, hopefully, friends, I'm glad they're telling you how they feel, because I feel that's important. That's what friends should do. Even if you don't agree with what they are telling you, they're just trying to be your friend, even though it might not be what you want to hear, right? But in the same token, because they are your friends, they should respect and, kind of back off a bit and say, we're going to be here to support you. We just don't totally agree with your decision, and that's okay. They don't have to 100% agree with it. And I truly hope for the best for you guys. Me and Chris were able to get past it, but we really needed that year for both of us to heal and for me to show him that I had fully changed, and I wasn't living that lifestyle anymore, and I wasn't, I got myself together, and I showed him that he was the only person I wanted to be with. So I hope that helped. The next question: is it healthy to be attached to someone where you are depending on them for your happiness? How do you maintain a healthy relationship but not depend on your partner to be your main source of happiness? I'm struggling with this right now. It's making me a little bit depressed. Thanks, Rach. You're so welcome, sweetheart. I've been there. My first high school sweetheart boyfriend that I was with for a couple years, we were so codependent on each other. Like, he would go to work and I would sit and watch him work. Like, we were attached at the hip. We didn't do anything without one another. We would fall asleep on the phone together, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it was unhealthy. It was unhealthy. So, and I obviously recognize that because you're saying it's depressing you. I think you should maybe have a talk with your partner and try and do some things without that person. Maybe go out, both of you. It's gonna be hard because you're so used to being together and being so dependent on one another. So just do baby steps, okay? An hour at a time. Like, if you jump into it too harshly, it might shock you. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. So just take little itty bitty separations from one another. Go out to eat with your mom, without that person, and don't text the entire time. Don't answer your phone the entire time, and tell them why you're doing this, right? So they don't think you're just ignoring them and start freaking out. Say, hey, I think we're becoming a little too dependent on one another, because you don't want that, because once they're gone, then what are you left with, right? Then that could be very, very hard, and that much harder to get past the relationship, because you're not just losing your boyfriend, you're losing your everything, right? So you don't want that. I'm telling you, you don't. I've been there. It's very, very hard. And then, you've lost all these friends, and, you haven't been spending time with family, and then all of a sudden that person's gone, So don't do that to yourself. I mean, it's your choices, guys. This is just my advice and my opinions. You don't have to take it, okay? I'm not telling you what to do either. It's just advice. But I wish you the best, sweetheart, and sending all my love. The next question: how to cut someone off who's no good for you when you struggle with anxiety, loneliness, depression. It's hard. And 46 people like this, some people can agree. So no, you're not alone. It's very hard. But you don't want when you know in your heart of hearts and in your gut that that person's not good for you. You don't want to have that lingering on in your life. You want to get that person out as quickly as you can. It's hard, and as much as it's gonna hurt, and I know because of your anxiety, you're scared. Oh, the lights, wow, oh. And I know because of your anxiety, you're scared. And then your anxiety makes you fear that depression's gonna kick in without that person. And I get it. I totally get it because I've been there not just once. Before Chris, my relationship before him was very toxic, and everybody around me knew it, and I knew it. But I was so used to the toxicity that it just kind of became almost like we were addicted to one another. It was just very toxic, and that's at a time in my life when I wasn't living right. And it kind of all tied in to one another, but it was hard and scary, and you feel like you're losing everything and you feel out of control, and then, your anxiety kicks in. It's just a very vicious cycle. But you have to try and repeat to yourself and not let your mind control, not let the anxiety control the situation. And I know it's hard. I would always suggest to talk to somebody if you can, counselor or a best friend, something, so that you're getting these feelings out, right? You need a good support system, especially when you're trying to get out of a toxic situation. But know that it's not the end, and I promise trust me, I put my mom through some things, and she still loves me. And if my son were to tell me that he was gay, I would not love him any different. No different. So, and that's not just because, like, I'm an open-minded person. Of course, it's partly that, but it's mostly because I love my baby, and I want him to be happy, and if that means being with same sex, I don't care what it means. I will always love my son, no different, and so will your mom. It's a lot to hold on to things like that. It's very heavy, and you deserve to be free. So, I wish you all the best. Please keep me updated when you do, when you feel comfortable enough to tell her. The next question is, how do you feel about OnlyFans? Are you against it? Absolutely not. And then they said, would you ever consider doing it? If I didn't already have my son, absolutely I would. But I don't knock anybody who's a mom and who does it. To each his own. There's no judgment over here. Get your bag, do what you need to do, as long as you're safe. But for me, being a mom, and that very mere chance that my son might see that on the internet, I just can't. I couldn't. But that's just me. Again, no judgment to anybody who does. The last question I will answer tonight, so the video doesn't get too long, is how to feel more confident and comfortable in the bedroom. I feel like I can't fully enjoy myself because I'm too caught up in thinking, wow, do I even look remotely attractive right now? And let me first tell you, 78 people liked that comment. So 99.9% of us have some sort of insecurity or something that we feel that we wish we could change or we're not 100% comfortable with. And I blame a lot of that on social media. Social media can be very toxic sometimes. And I try my very best to try and avoid looking at stuff that I know is going to make me feel like shit about myself, you know. And just know a lot of it is smoke and mirrors. Everybody has something. Even you might think, oh my god, that person is perfect. Absolutely nothing wrong with them. Well, I guarantee you they have some sort of insecurity. People are probably looking at you like, oh my god, that person's perfect, you know? So, I have a ton of insecurities, and I feel like that too. Even still, I've been with my partner 12 or 13 years. I lose track at this point. And I can still feel sometimes oh god, if it's during the day, there's no lights that I can turn off, but like I told the person earlier, your partner is with you for a reason, and if you're not with somebody, you are beautiful, and you deserve to be confident. And I know it's extremely hard. I know, because I deal with it too. But there are things that we can do to feel more confident. Like I said to the other person, get yourself